and welcome to my channel. So today I thought I'd do a very quick colour and chat. I'm doing it in this book again. It's The Circle of Life by Melpomeni Chatzipanagiotou. I will leave a link to that in the description below should anybody be interested. I did start this in, what was it? It was another colour and chat, I think. Or it might have been a tag video. I'll put, whatever it was, I'll look it up. I'll put a link up in the corner there if you want to see the early parts of this where I've done a chalk pastel background, a bit of alcohol marker as well. Bleeding through, yes. I've got some paper here as well so as not to hurt the page behind. But I thought, I've been so busy this week. So I thought, yeah, best way to actually get something done on this picture is to actually do it as a colour chat. It's the only way I have time at the moment. What have we got? Let's get started. Now, all I've done since the last one, I did notice I missed a couple of flowers and I'd missed a couple of leaves. So that's all I've done. So I think now what I'm going to do, I've got my brush tips, which is mostly Copics. But I've got them and I've got some new ones. So I'm going to use this one, which is the chamois or chamois. I'm not sure how people say it. Chamois leather. And I'm going to do that as brown for the tree. And yeah, so, what's been going on? The reason I'm here, now do I want to do that in a, I think I'll leave that. I'll make up my mind about that bit of the, whether that beehive will be yellow or brown. It's been a busy week for me for various reasons. One is work. One is I've been very, what would you call it? Lethargic, I suppose. It's been really, suddenly summer has arrived and I live in the city, in case you are unaware, I live in London. So it got very humid and sticky and I was just like, do you know, I just don't have the energy. I was just like flaked out. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but last should I pull that down a bit so you're not quite so far at the top? Last Friday, I had my second jab for you know what, and no reaction, but like I say, I did get quite tired. I was a bit whacked pretty much all weekend and early into the week. I think it was the heat, but the vaccination probably didn't help the situation. But apart from that, I didn't have any bad side effects, so that's all good. We like that. I didn't have any problems with the first, so yeah, just that bruised arm feeling, but fortunately no reactions to it in any other way, so that's nice to get that out of the way with, especially as it does look like we're going into, you know, it's starting to look a bit dicey again. They've extended the lockdown because we're having this problem with the next sort of wave. So let's see what happens with that. But yeah, so that's one reason why, because I haven't had time to film. I haven't had time to upload anything. I've got a couple of videos on my new channel, you know, my diamond painting channel that I started. If you missed that, I mentioned it during my finished pages video, but I have, if you're into diamond painting, I've started a diamond painting channel, and mainly for my big Heaven and Earth Designs project. And yeah, I mean, I had a lot of stuff pre-recorded for that already because I was going to post it on this channel and I'd been putting it off and then I decided to start a new channel so as to not annoy anybody, and that's been sitting there waiting. I haven't even had time to get it uploaded, even though it's pretty much all, obviously it's all filmed and mostly edited. I didn't even have time for that. It's been, oh look, I missed a bit yellow there, I'll have to go back to that. So yeah, that was all a bit, it's all been a bit busy. And I figured, well, you know, if I don't have time to colour, much time to colour, and I don't have much time to film, it made sense for me to do some colouring while I'm filming. I know, rocket scientist, right? So that's that. That's the reason I've been so quiet this week. Hopefully next week it'll be a little bit better. I know early next week is a bit busy work-wise, but after that, I think hopefully it'll all be, it has been settled down more than it has been for me the last couple of months. It's just this 1 week seems to have been a bit of an anomaly. Of course, it's absolutely chucking it down with rain today. That is very British. Like a couple of weeks back, I was complaining because the heating came on like near the end of May, and then last week, or the last 2 weeks, it's been really hot. On Wednesday was 29 degrees. Today it's got a high of 17. So yeah, it's all over the place. All over the place. I'll move this up a bit again. So I'm just going to do this straight round. I have pulled out a few pencils. I don't know if I'll get to that. Probably not, because I only have about half an hour to work with today. But I thought, you know, better to have them there than not. And I might carry on. I do have a couple of tag videos I'm behind on, which I really want to do, but I just don't have the time. And you know, I could have done it today, one of them at least, but I had to dig out all the questions. You know what it's like, you have to do thinking and stuff. Put out the questions, think about who did tags and who you want to tag. I'm just yeah, I can't do questions at the moment. I need to ramble, which I am doing valiantly at the moment, I think. Wibbling. Oh, what do I want to do with that thing? I don't know. Let's stick with this. We'll keep this brown for the moment. I love this book. I'm already doing the second picture in it as well, which is a buddy colour, so that's nice. Finally starting to get caught up on my buddy colours. Yeah. Let's go do that. I think I might do that. I'm not sure. I haven't made up my mind whether I want that to be a vine. I think I will. But I'm going to leave my options open. I'll just do the brown at the moment. So, last time I did a colour and chat, I said leave me some questions. Leave me some questions in the comments, and then I've got something to talk about on the next video. And I did very kindly get left a few questions, so I will mention those. One of them is a bit of a, I suppose, a getting to know you type thing. And yeah, so I'll just pick one or two random questions about random me, and then you can let me know your thoughts. And if you have any further questions, you know, they can either be about me, they can be about colouring, I don't mind. Obviously, if they're too personal, I'll probably just skip them. Because I'm quite a private person. For all me being on YouTube, I am quite a private person. But yeah. Anyway, so I had somebody ask me, I say somebody, it was Alicia, I think, asked me if I had any pets. So no, I do not have any pets. I have had pets in the past. Unfortunately, I live in a flat, an apartment, and it's up high. So I have up high, second floor in the UK, and in the US that would be third floor, because you guys do things different. Your ground floor, our ground floor is your first floor. So anyway, I'm not that high up, but I am up. So I've got a balcony and things, but I don't have a lot of space. So we did, back in the day, we did have a small dog. But obviously it was a lot of work because they need the exercise, so you can't, you have to make that effort when you're especially in a flat. You can't just open the door and let them run out in the garden for 2 minutes. It was a lot of work. So yeah, nothing like that. We used to have Cocker Spaniels, which are like crazy dogs. We had Goldens. That's probably the reason why they was crazy, because they get bred for their colour. So yeah, a little bit crazy, but mostly in a nice way. Mostly. Right. Oh no! Look, I nearly missed a whole bit of tree there. So I did used to have them, and I had them when I was growing up. So I would love a dog. I am a doggy person, mostly because I'm allergic to cats. So there's a bit of trivia for you. I do like cats though. There's just something about them that just because they're just, I don't know. They're cats, aren't they? You know what cats are like. Anybody who's had any proximity to a cat, they just don't care about anything, you know. We're like, oh, lovely, cute cat. And they're just like, yeah, whatever. You belong to me, I don't belong to you. That's a cat. So I don't mind them. I think they have a bit more personality than dogs. But I do love dogs, and I consider myself more of a doggy person. Just because they're also crazy, but in a wacky way. But they're a bit more work, because they're just, emotionally, they're more dependent than cats. I think that's what it boils down to. which can be complicated at times. Right, so that's that. I've done a bit brown. I'll decide what to do about the vine afterwards, but for now we're going to leave it at that. So yeah, we did used to have fish. We used to have an aquarium here because obviously they're smaller, and a tropical one. And well, I say tropical. It was fresh water, but it was, you know, warm water. I've missed. Look, see, I nearly missed that already. Where'd my pen go? There it goes. So that was lovely. I used to love that, but again, it was a bit of a pain to maintain. We had it for, I don't know, 5 years. We maintained it, and then we just decided once, when the fish start, because fish don't generally live very long, for the most part, and we just decided when fish started to die one time, we were just like, you know what, we won't replace them as they die. So it took a while. And we used to have things like mollies and guppies and stuff like that. I think we had catfish. Right, but that was fun. I did like my aquarium. So yeah, no pet at the moment, but we've had pets in the past. What shall I do now? Do you know what? Let's go wild. Let's do some pencil work, because I have this vision about this having some white on these petals, and I don't want to do it in gel pen. Well, the purple will probably soak into gel pen and Posca because it's so pigmented. So I thought what I'll do is I'll do the outline in white that I would have done with the gel pen, but I'll do it in pencil, an opaque one, so I'm going to use one of my Luminance. And then if I want to buff it up a bit more, I can do white Posca or gel pen over the top, and then that should stop the, you know, the wax in the pencil will stop the pigment being sucked up. And also, if I find I don't like what I'm doing here with the white, then it's not so extreme, because what we're doing, we're just knocking back the colour. Do you know what? Maybe I should have done this. I thought I'd do it with the Luminance, but I think maybe I should have got my Prisma because this is opaque white. But yeah, let me just try this one. I mean, it is taking out the thing, but I'm not sure. Yeah, and I didn't pull out my Prisma, so I'll just do this one. But I don't think I will. I think I'll do this with a Prisma afterwards, because we're softening the edges, and that's fine. Do you know, I might as well go back to this pink one. This is the new one that I got, that was the pink white, so it's white with a hint of pink. Very, very, very subtle hint of pink. Hint of pink? Hint of pink. Anyway, I'll just do this one, and we'll see how I feel afterwards about it. Because sometimes I need to walk away. You know, I think, oh, I don't like it, and then I'll put the book away, and then the next time I look at the picture, I'm like, oh, actually, no, I do quite like that. So I know by now that I can't always trust my judgment when it only happens when I do something and I think it's going to look one way in my head, and then I do something and it doesn't come out how I expected, and because of that I get a bit blinkered by it not being what I expected, if that makes sense. So I have to walk away and give myself some space to readjust my brain for it not being what I thought it was going to be. So yeah, if I do this, because this will stand out a bit against this yellow background as well. Right, let's try another one. Right, so, and I'll do another question. Planes, trains, boats or car? Right, so I presume this is like how I would prefer to travel. So boat, because I like to cruise. So I will, given the choice, if there was a way to do it everywhere in a reasonable amount of time, I would sail everywhere. On a big one, not on a yacht. I think I'd probably I don't know if I'd get seasick, but I don't think it'd feel very comfortable. And I like to be comfortable. But yeah, I do like to cruise. That is my favourite way to travel and to also vacation. So I've not had one of those for a couple of years now, obviously, because of the situation. But yeah, I would always be a boat person. Cars, I get so bored. I'm not a very good passenger, and I think it's because I can't get up and walk around. So yeah, I'm not a fan of cars. They'll just I do it because I have to. I don't do it because I enjoy it. I don't dislike it. I don't hate it. I just, like I say, I get bored. And it's not like you can do much in a car, because if I found that if I try to read or do anything that, like looking down, I get travel sick, because I see the movement in the corner of my eye, and that makes me travel sick. So I can't even really do anything while I'm in the car unless I'm driving, and I don't really like driving. So the other half does the driving, and I just sit there daydreaming. It's the way to. I just zone out, think about all the things that I should be doing and haven't, all my chores or something like that. But yeah, so I will drive, but I'll go in a car, but it's not necessarily something I enjoy. It's just there. So what was the other one? Train. Oh, I do like I like trains. I take that. That would be my second choice, as long as it's a nice train and not some horrible commuter train where you have to stand up. You can't get a seat, or you're next to sweaty people, because they're all having to stand up. But yeah, I like trains, and I like I would love to do what's that one? There's lots of long train journeys I say in the UK. We're not big enough to have truly long ones. There's the overnighter, isn't there, to Scotland, London to Scotland. You go to sleep in London, get on the train, and then you get up. When you wake up, you're in the Highlands of Scotland. I'd quite like to do that one. But there is also an American one. I can't remember what it's called. I think it starts in Chicago and goes across to San Francisco. So it takes you across the, what's it called? Is it not? There's something rim or ridge. Somebody will know. I could look it up as well. But yeah, I looked into doing that once. It's like 2 or 3 days. I'd like that. I'd like to do something like that. It'd be really cool. Flying, for me, is functional. I don't particularly enjoy it. I don't dislike it. People ask if I'm afraid of flying. I wouldn't say I'm afraid of flying. I don't actually understand that question. Why would anybody be afraid of flying? Nobody is afraid of flying. I'm afraid of crashing. It's just flying's not a problem. I want to fly. But yeah, it's the crashing part that's, I don't want. But I don't worry over that significantly. I might feel a little bit antsy, but I don't worry about crashing either, because obviously I could walk out my front door and have a brick land on my head from the roof or something. Anything can pick you off. So I'm not particularly worried about flying, but it's functional for me. I only do it because it's not practical not to. So that would make it boats, trains, boats first, trains second, plane third then, because you can get up and walk around. They show movies. You end up somewhere nice. And then car would be my last choice, because it's boring. There you go. Who could have thought that I could talk so much about that simple question? That's pretty much covered the colour and chat. I've got nothing else. I don't need to talk about anything else. I just have to rant about means of transport. Okay. So I'm just going to do this last flower, and then that's where I'm going to leave it with the flowers, with the outline, because I've done enough now to tell whether I like the effect or not, compared to, I think I do. It softens them. And bear in mind, I'm probably going to put in some shading here. Oh, I Oh, I didn't bring out a purple pencil. But I'll be putting in some shade in here to help with this, so that'll provide the contrast. So yeah, I think I'll be okay with that. Shall we do a little bit of this then? What shall I do? I'll do it with marker. We'll just try these little rims of, you know, things that go around here. Because this is a yellow, really sort of orangey yellow, so it's going to be a nice bit of contrast to the rest of the ones. I'm going to do pencil work for the flowers themselves, but we'll do this. Whoops. That's fine. Nobody will notice. And I need to decide how I'm going to do these leaves in here, because I think I do still want to keep them. I think I want to make this all yellow and orange, like, you know, traditional beehive. But part of me wants to make it into like the bouquet effect, and that means more colours. So when in doubt, I obviously put off making that sort of decision, and then that's the way to do. That's the way I work. I do the bits I know that I want to do, and then it does excuse me, it does sometimes leave me with difficult decisions at the end, but you know, it just keep narrowing it down, and eventually I get a picture finished. So what else is happening? Well, not else. Oh, I don't know. That's words. I can't speak today. That's what happens when I don't film for a week. It has been about a week since I filmed, and it's like I forget how to do it, and I get tongue-tied. My words, you can always tell. Anytime you hear me going, words, it's usually because I haven't filmed for a few days. And you just kind of, who knew that you would get out of practice? You'd think it'd be quite, you know, natural. If ever you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel or anything like that, my advice is to just keep doing it, because you'll be amazed how more relaxed you get just by practice. But yeah, if I don't do it for a week or something, then I you know, I kind of lose how I want to format things, if that makes sense, like in my head. Because you do speak differently, obviously, on a video. For a start, it's because I'm talking to myself. I think that might be part of it. It's because you have to learn how to speak to yourself, but you're not speaking to yourself because I'm speaking to you. But you're not here, so I am in this room at the moment speaking to myself. So that is a bit strange. Okay, so what am I going to do now? I think I will just... Yeah, I'm just going to do one more thing, I think. I'm going to try... What am I going to do? Let's do a little bit of pencil then, see how this goes. So I've got an orange, I've got some yellows, I've got like a rusty brown. What should I do with that? I just want to try out a couple of these things just to see how it works. Let's try this one. You'll notice I've not got chalk pastel on me, and I've been leaning on it. So yeah, the technique to not transfer. In fact, I haven't got any on here, and I didn't have any blotter sheets in. So that the way I do the the way I do my chalk pastels, yeah, I never use fixative, and it seems to work out. I mean, it's not infallible. There will occasionally be little splodges that rub off, but in general, I'm just doing this light. Start light, and then you can build up. And yeah, I never use fixative, but I seem to survive. The world does not end. Right, so I'm going to put a little bit of orange in here, I think. Just try that out. Just a little bit. And I'm pressing really light with these because these are Luminance, so they are highly pigmented. We don't have to worry about pushing out colour. It comes naturally. My problems with it is always when I lay down too much too soon. Suddenly it'd be like bright. And I think I might try a little bit just down in here. I don't know what this is. This is burnt ochre. Let's hope it looks like it does on the tip, because I didn't bother bringing my swatches out. Because who would do anything so organised as that? And I'm just, this is the ultimate winging it. I'm not even swatching the pencils. I'm just like, oh, it'll be fine. And that's the bright side of not knowing what you want to do as well with a picture. It's like, I'm not doing it wrong, because I didn't know what I wanted to do in the first place. But I'm just doing that. Just working a little bit of, it looks a reddish brown, so we'll go with that. And I'm going to go back over this again. I'm going to bring in the orange. So yeah, I think I'll do the flowers first on this picture, and I'll leave what to do with the leaves. I'll leave the leaves until the end. And I think because I've got the chalk pastel, I'm going to leave the chalk pastel as the bits in between. I don't have to colour that in or anything now. That is there. That's the background as far as I'm concerned. And we'll just use the yellow again just to pop it up. So yeah, I'm using this yellow now to basically just blend. But again, you have to be quite careful with the luminance, because they're quite opaque. So if I press down really hard, I would get yellow over this brown bit, and it will turn yellow. Right, so I'm just going to do that. So yeah, I must admit, this is just a very sort of quick drive-by colour and chat, just to say hello, I'm still here, and I thought I'd do a little bit of this picture. So I think what I might do, I mean, do you want me, you can let me know in the comments, do you want me to complete this picture completely on camera? Because I could do some of these flowers and then come back, because as I say, I've got some tag videos to do. I can come back and do more of this in the tag video if you want, and do the whole thing here. Or do you want me to, you know, do some of the flowers so it's a bit more advanced the next time you see it? Basically, I'm asking if you want me to colour this in real time or not. You know, I was thinking about stopping then, and then I've decided, no, I'm going to do another couple of flowers because I can. Though this seems to be the only flower that looks like this. Why? Why do you do this to me? So let's find another flower that's got repeated things in it, and we'll make them, well, we can do them the same. Let's see, let's do these sort of, if we do the daisy ones, where's that? We'll put some white in there as well, just to bring out the tips. But if we do those as daisies, right, so what am I going to do? Yeah, I was going to stop, and I was like, do you know what, I've still got like 15 minutes or so. I can do another couple of flowers in that time. Yeah, so I've got to hit the shop. I've been putting it off because it's raining, and I walk to the shop because it's just down the road, but I just want to pick up some fresh stuff very quickly. And yeah, so I was waiting for it to stop raining, but it's not. So that's another reason why I was like, you know what, let's just put it off another 15 minutes when in doubt. Yeah, but let me know about the pictures. No, not about the pictures, what am I saying? About the flowers, whether you want me to colour some of these flowers in, like, off camera. Yes, sorry. I told you, didn't I? I forget how to do things, and I forget how to do videos, and I kind of leap. My brain leaps, because I did actually pause the camera there when I thought I was going to stop. I thought, oh, shall I? And yeah, and I've lost my train of thought. Yes, so I'm going to do those like that. We'll make them nice and bright, and then I'm going to just use, I don't think I will use the white pencil. I think I'll wait till the gel pen. Well, see, the reason why I was thinking about using the white pencil like I did on that one is because I don't want the Poscas to pull up the pigments, which is again is a problem with these pencils. They have so much pigment that it does kind of pull things up a bit, and it soaks up into the ink. And if you put white pencil down first, then obviously there's no pigment for the gel pen or the Posca to soak up. I'll just put it on the ends there. That'll be fine. So yes, what's your plans for the weekend? Has summer arrived for you? Let me know. Or maybe, I know some of you in the southern hemisphere, I still think that's so cool. The internet is amazing, isn't it? I know some people watch from Australia. So cool. But obviously it's winter. It's winter in Australia. So yeah. And all the southern hemisphere. Have I got any more like this? Do you know what? I think I've got my book crooked. Never mind. We'll just do this one. And it's Amazon Prime week next week, I noticed today. Well, not today, I noticed it a couple of days ago, but I was thinking about it today, which is, I don't know whether that's good or not, because I've just bought some books off of Amazon. So I've got a book, that is one thing that I've got coming up soon. I've got an Amazon haul coming up. It's not much. I'm trying to rein back the book hauls because I've been so busy. I haven't been able to colour as much as I want. So, you know, I can't keep buying books and not, you know, and only colour one picture in them or no pictures in them because I've been too busy. You know, it's just buying for the sake of buying. And whilst, you know, you can justify that to a degree when you've got a channel because you're showing your viewers things, like I can't afford to do that. So, yeah. So I haven't bought any books apart from what I got two for my birthday. And at the beginning of May. Aside from that, my last book haul was back in early April. So yeah, it's 2 months. Over 2 months. So I've been very good. So I thought, right, I'll treat myself to a couple of books. Nothing too exciting, nothing too expensive. So that's coming up. And that'll probably be Monday because then the delivery got delayed. I thought I'd have them today, which I actually thought I'd be filming the haul for today. Hence another reason why it's a colour and chat. But now they're coming on tomorrow, which is Saturday. And I don't film at weekends, or it's very, very, very rarely. So I doubt if I'll be able to film it tomorrow, which means I'll be filming on Monday. So hopefully I'll post the haul on Monday. But I'm like, oh yeah, I just bought all these books. That's fine. There aren't often colouring books in Amazon Prime Day anyway, so it's not a big deal. I think I'm going to put a bit more orange in that because I've kind of muted it down a bit. And I want it to be a bit more punchier. I might get red out for that. And do I want to do any more? Why not? I'm on a roll. So we'll do these ones around this bee. We'll see how that compares to the bee. So yes, I was thinking, if anybody sees anything good on Amazon in Prime Day, let me know. Or if you're on Facebook, let me know, because I've got my page. I'll try and do the same. If I see any links for deals, I'll try and look for American ones, but obviously I'm in the UK, so I'm more likely to spot UK deals unless I see somebody else mention it. I'll try and remember to post if I see any good deals on my Facebook page. I think I say it's Prime Day, isn't it? Monday and Tuesday. I think it's actually 2 days. I have fond memories of Prime Day though. That's where I got my Pastel Pit Artist brush pens for a ridiculously cheap price, like less than half price, which was still really expensive in the grand scheme. I think they were 60 quid. £60, which is about, I don't know, $80. But that was like better than half price. But I was still kicking myself about that day. It's like a love-hate thing for that decision, because I'd only just started colouring, and they they also had the Polychromos set, and the Polychromos set was, I'd like to say it was like something like £70 for the full Polychromos sets, which is ridiculously cheap. Like, and I've never seen them that cheap again. And here's the thing, because I was new, because obviously £70 is a lot of money for pencils, and I didn't know if I'd like them or not. I hadn't tried any open stock ones at that point, and like I do quite like them, but I've tried them since. But they would never be my first choice. But if I saw a 120 set of Polychromos now for like £70, do you know what? I don't even think it was 70. I think it was more like 65. It was like it was like better than half price. I would snap them up because it was ridiculously cheap. But I've never seen them that cheap again. Oh, I'm so sad. But you know, it is what it is. And I felt safer buying some felt tips, which is basically what the Pitt Artist brush pens are. You know, I was like, you can't go wrong with that. And yeah, missed out on getting some Polychromos at a price that I've not even seen remotely close to that again. So I live and dream. I live and dream that maybe it will drop to that price again. Now, have we got any more of these daisy type ones down here? No. Right, so I think that seems like a good place to stop. And I'll have a think about what I want to do about some of these. I think some of these flowers I'm going to make a bit more yellowy, and then some of them I'll make a bit more reddy and orangey, and that's how we're going to get the variation. But for now, that's what I'm going to do for that. So, yeah, I'm off. This time I'm really off. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. Let me know if you've got any plans, or let me know what you're colouring, actually. Let me know what you're colouring in the comments below. And I will see you again soon. Well, I'll see you again next week for the for the haul, but also I'm going to try and do catch up on some of these tags next week, because I've just fallen so far behind. So yeah, expect to see me back and this picture back soon, and have a great weekend. I think I said that. Take care and see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.